Hello there ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video on the channel. Today I'm going to be taking you a free demo currently available on Steam. You can go download it in the link below. This is Expedition Into Darkness. So, what is this game about? This is a third-person extraction dungeon crawler with dark fantasy elements and lots of medieval elements as well, as you can quite clearly see on the screen, because my character's a chunky boy with a curious gambison. He's got a one-handed battle axe and a pavise with a great helm and do you know what I love about this game? The fact that you can have a little torch or a little lantern kind of like on your back like that is such a cool feature. Now, there's a lot of things about this demo that I really like. One such feature is the fact that you can configure things. Do you see how I have a pack frame? I have a pack frame, and I have a small lantern. You can also dye your kit. But not just that, ladies and gentlemen, you can build and customize your own weaponry with specific key parts. You can build up and make it look absolutely menacing. I have a halberd hammerhead and curved blade right here, and it makes for a very trusty battle axe. We've also got arming sword of different lengths. You've got different cuirass, you've got different gambesons, you've got different kind of shafts and stuff like that, handles. There's a lot of things about this game that I really enjoy. But let me go down to the basics of it. So, you start with your own, assigned equipment at the very start of the game as a level 0 or level 1, whatever way you want to look at it. I'm a level 2. I've only been playing this for a handful of hours, but let me go through it. So this character face here in the bottom left, these buttons are quite important as well. So you've got your overall carry weight, which comes down to what you have as equipables. So your fine belt, your bandolier, your pavise, your sidearm, your main weapon here, and your quiver. You've also got a backpack slot and a kind of side slot or a side bag slot. The bottom left hand corner here, you have your equipment. You have your attire, which will be your layered, now emphasis on layered equipables here, or gear. So you've got your boots, your greaves, I've got my hose here, I've got my mittens, I've got my surcoat, my padded collar, which can be padded, it can be chainmail, it can be plate. Coutures, you've got your cuirass, you've got your pauldrons, gambeson, cloak, coif, and your helmet. But one thing that I really like about this game, as you've seen with the weaponry, you can also configure your helmets. Your helmets can have a lambret, a plume, and it can also have a crest as well, so you can customize everything, which is really cool. Not just that, you can customize, or you can configure, sorry, your cuirass as well. Obviously, since this cuirass is very basic, it doesn't have any kind of configuration options. Again, with these ones as well, basic, and these ones, very basic. Not just that, you can also change the way that your character looks, but because you can't see my character's face and you can only see his dead, bloodshot eyes, I'm going to leave him as this. You've also got skills! Look at the size of the skills! Look at all that! Look at that! That's manic! Now, each avenue will take you down a different path. You've obviously got things which increase your drop your stamina cooldown, blunt trauma, edge familiarity, thrusting force. These are all benefits for your character, and depending which way you want to go will depend on what you are as a player. Now, of course, we have different enemy types here: Bonebreaker, Ghoul Hunter, Black Blood Slayer. Now, let me just explain what these actually are. The undead skeletons. Damage amplification to flesh skins or fleshkins, and then we've got goblins. So these are the three different enemy types that you'll face in the game at the moment. There's also mini bosses, and like for the goblins, I've seen an ogre. Me and my friend Jason, aka NA Knight, actually fought an ogre. I baited the ogre and he attacked from the rear, and we managed to down it. It was very cool. It was a very, very cool fight because it was very, it was, you know, quite intense, because an ogre, as you might find in this video, if we can find one, of course, has a very large club and can also throw very large rocks at you. So there's a lot of different things about this game that I really like. We've also got contacts here. We get different contacts. These are your traders, but they are also your task givers. In the top left-hand corner, you can cycle between trade and task. The blacksmith, of course, sells everything that you need to craft different weapons. Now, each individual weapon will have a specific requirement. As you can see right here, we have a heavy spear shaft, which has a head, a grip. It has 2 grips, it has support, and obviously some knotting to obviously hold in place whatever you put in the very top of this spear shaft, essentially. We've also got wooden handles for swords. You've got great handles for bigger swords. You've got small shafts for axes and warhammers. There's a lot of stuff in this game. You can also buy back the stuff that you've also sold, of course, as well. But going through the contacts, you've got the Fletcher. A Fletcher is simply a man who likes to sell a lot of archer-related items. The Herald, at the current moment, she doesn't have any tasks for me or anything to sell for me. The Knight, as you can quite imagine, sells knightly goods. The Curious, your pauldrons, your mittens, etc. The Purveyor is the purveyor of goods. He's the man that you will sell, for example, blood diamonds, golden necklaces, and all sorts of stuff to him. The Scholar is someone you will use to buy health potions. He's Hemocather in small amounts, and then you've also got large Hemocather Majoris, which is a 7 use. I currently have a few of those myself. Sacker is currently locked for me. And then you've got Squire. Squire is the person that you will click on first. She will give you your first quest. But not just that, she sells torches, basic baggage, basic things that you can use throughout the game to have a lot more fun. Anyway, moving on, we have your camp. First thing you'll do is establish your camp. You'll then build a workbench. You'll then build an empty plot, which will include an alchemy alcove, ironworks, rag picker's nook, and storage, your loot pile. Crafting in the game is tethered to what you build in your camp, and of course what you have in your inventory to make. As you can see, there's a very wide variety of things that you can craft here. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, brings us to the party system. If you have friends who are playing this game, send them the invite code, or simply click on the plus button. It'll open up the Steam overlay. You can invite your friends. Or you can find a party, which I'm going to click right now. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it seems as though I could not find myself a party willing to head into the moors. A lot of people wanted to go into the catacombs by the looks of it. So, when you start in the moors, this is where you will start. You'll start inside a rather awful looking drainage location. So, if you head over to the left where you spawn in, you will find things to loot. Now, of course, each individual item is marked by its rarity. As you can see, these things have a green kind of blip to them, and this thing has a grey blip. Now, you can inspect it and you can see how much each thing's valued at and see how much it weighs. I'm going to take this because this is Vita Salis Minoris. This restores 10 stamina over a couple of seconds, over 20 seconds. 10 stamina over 20 seconds. So I'm going to take that and I'm going to put that into my fine belt. Here we have some limestone flux. This is valued at 6, so I'm going to leave it. What you can do is, if you're playing with a party of people, put it on the ground and middle mouse button each individual item, and that'll tag it for your players or your friends to actually see. Now, I'm going to hide away my weapon at the moment, and you can see right now This game, with the tagline Into Darkness, is not lying. This is a very dark game. You'll want to make sure that you have yourself, well, a torch or a lantern. Silk rags, I'm going to take the silk rags for right now. I'm not going to take that big bottle of grease. Now you can go to the right, you can go to the left. I go to the left because that's immediately where you will find some lootable items. Now, like I said, I'm here all by myself. So I'm going to need to be relatively careful here. Now, when you come to this point here, you can go left and right. What you want to do is you want to go right and you want to find this door right here, because this is what you want to use to open the door. You can alternatively use a button closer to where we're supposed to be going, but you can kind of loot things in here. So, you may as well look for some stuff to loot. What have we got here? Pipeweed. That's nothing I want to take. I want to come in here and find some loot that is of decent value.
Eyes up!
Now, you will hear automatic callouts like that a lot of the time when you're playing the game, especially if you're playing with a whole bunch of players. You will encounter this. You can also press tab and see the ground. I am going to take these nails, because nails will help me actually build specific things in my... Oh, cochineal, a bright red pulp made for crushed cochineal insects. Now, you can turn this. Now, at the current time, as this is a demo, you will not see this thing turn. Turn that. Head out of the door. Go straight. And turn right. Till you get to the drainage ditch. We'll then see this. Oh, it looks as though we have a couple of baddies in front of us. Oh, look! Goblins. That is the last thing I wanted to see. I was anticipating the undead today, not goblins. Right, well, with that being said, here is Redwald Basin. This is where you start. I'm going to use this as a general guide for new players. What you want to do is head to your right. Head over there. This is where you'll find some loot. You can, of course, sprint. There is a dodge mechanic. There is no jump mechanic. Use your spacebar with your directional keys, and you can dodge. We've got a saddlebag here. We could sell that. We've also got a little crate right here. Some tar. Nothing of value for me, unfortunately. Let's see what's on this desk. Hacksaw, that's something we need. Anything that's green, I would highly recommend you pick up. Let's search through here. What do we have? A messenger bag. And it's green. We have a messenger bag. Our messenger bag is actually larger. The good thing about that is, if you've not got a messenger bag on, at least you can find them in the game world. That is where we're going to have to exit, by the way, so knowing where you are on the game map is quite important. Come up to this big wheel here, and you'll find a couple more chests to breach and to search. There we are. Oh, it seems as though we've been discovered. That is a grenadier. Uh-oh. Need to be careful with that. Now, because these are indeed goblins, we're going to have to watch out for more of those losers calling in reinforcements. It's important you get rid of the ones calling in reinforcements. Uh-oh. There we go. If you press F with a shield, you can indeed shield bash them like that. You can charge them. I need to get rid of him. Right, he only took one hit, which is perfect. That is an archer. They are a pain in the ass, as are many archers in this game. Now, the cool thing about the game is the enemies can actually hurt their own team. Enemies can actually damage each other in this game. So if you line them up correctly, you can probably find that you can actually get them to damage each other, which is very useful. Right, now that we've quelled that little incursion right there, what I'm going to do is I'm going to press and hold Q. Press and holding Q will open up a radial bar. The radial bar is, of course, your hotbar, your quick use hotbar right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this, and I'm going to left click.
Drinking a potion.
And he'll simply take back out his main weapon after he's drank his potion, or his elixir, or whatever it is you're wanting to use. Head over to the left here, and usually you can find yourself some loot here. Sometimes this guy right here can be looted. Sometimes there are boxes here that you can loot. Unfortunately for me, there's none. Going underneath the large stone archway, I think this is a viaduct or an aqueduct, in the middle of its construction, that's the guy you want to kill. You need to make sure that he does not call in reinforcements. If he calls in reinforcements, you will eventually get overwhelmed. So we're only at the start, by the way. Dailings, by the way, is your currency. 99 dailings is 99 dailings. Then you've got a pawn, which I believe is 10. The value of 10 dailings. And then you've got... There's another one. There's another coin type, which I believe is valued at 100. Oh, Salet lower frame. Neck guard for the Salet helmet. We'll take that. Now you'll probably look and wonder why I'm taking these things. It is mainly so I can sell them. Oh, click and hold and pressing R rotates things. Just in case you're wondering. And you can rotate your current weapon, by the way. So if you've got an axe with a pick end and a blade end, you can switch between it. Heading down, this is a kind of grave site. And of course there are plenty of goblins to be killed. That's him dead. Let's just press F, push them back. And they're dead. Let's search this individual. Small coin purse. Bags within bags. This is something that you should definitely make use of. Of course I can't put the keyring in there. I can only put coins in there. But coming down here, usually you'll have these little wagons right here. You can breach them, open them up, and you can usually find a whole bundle of loot. As you level up as well, you will open up a skill called Survivalism. This is something that you need to choose. And you can eventually pick up all these little mushrooms right here. Let's charge him.
To arms!
Took his helmet off, we can do an overhead strike and kill him. That is not what I wanted to happen.
Using a potion!
That man right there needs to die. You see what happened there? So they've got crossbows and archers, and look what the archers are doing. Shooting at their own teammate. couple of bad guys coming from behind me as well, I think. I'm going to back up, get away from these archers for a minute. Right, he's dead. Overhead. Killed both of them there. Whole bunch of archers and a crossbowman. There we go. Lovely.
Drinking a potion.
Let's quickly consume a potion. That gives us our health back. Is that something moving over there? I couldn't tell. Anyway, like I was saying, we can breach these now. You can see him using a big bit of iron trying to pry this open. Fortunately, there's nothing in that wagon for searching. Let's breach this one. Nothing in that one either. Sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you're not. You head over this direction. We should find ourselves a couple of great... Oh, there we go. If you can hear the wind bellowing, block this ASAP. If you see that you can block this, block it. It stops hordes spawning in and around you. You can see the map is very, very dark and it's very, very spooky as well. Right. There's the archway, heading close to the right-hand side. If you come round here, we'll find a little camp. Now, you can search the goblins, but you will only find certain things. For example, some crude bolts or crude arrows. Most of the time, you'll find patches. Right, we need to kill him. Good, he's dead. I think they spotted me. Yeah, they did spot me. Okay. Let's just use our armor and let's just carve through them. Excellent. Pop a potion.
Using a potion.
Get some health back. But like I said, sticking close to the right-hand side, you will eventually find a camp. Here it is over here. If we could get a little bit closer to this, it'd be good. This box seems to have a lot of individual items in it. Deck of cards, iron ore, copper ore, a healing item. There's some copper ore, we can stack that. Let's see what we have right here. Deer leather strips, I've already got plenty of those back home. Animal fat, plenty of them back home. A head of a knife. That is needed for carving. Let's breach this box. Let's see what's inside. That is a very good condition long straight shaft and it is oak. We have a little visitor, ladies and gentlemen. And we have a problem. I just healed myself, dude. I just healed myself. Now, if you do die in this game, you lose all your kit, by the way. Okay, that's him dead. Let's just quickly drink a potion. There's a lot of them. Let's just carve through them. We have the armor. Get them all pushed back a bit. I don't have stamina.
I'm drinking a potion.
I've not got my stamina attached to my hotbar, which is not clever. Sounds as though we still have a problem. he's dead. Okay. Let's put this on, and let's put this on. Right, now we're clear. You see anybody? Or any goblins with that kind of lantern on their back? Kill them immediately.
I'm drinking a potion!
Ah, this is a rare enemy type. Tentacles. They do very little damage to you. But that helps you level up. Killing rare enemies in this game levels you up quite quickly. So killing more of those tentacle dudes is advised. What do we have here? A lumberjack's axe. We can use that as a sidearm. So now we have a two-handed weapon. We've also got our shield, our Pavis shield. The deeper you go, the more dangerous it gets, but the more rewards you will get in return. What have we got here? We've got a couple of goblins here. If you can kill them quickly, it becomes a little bit easier. The hanging tree. That right there is also something you want to block up. Barricade wells, they will spawn in enemies. There we are. Go around here. Let's just double check that we can't block that. Can't block that, that's good.
Incoming!
We'll breach this, and then we'll kill this guy in here. Of course, you need to be careful. Otherwise, you might collide your weapons with the wrong thing, aka the threshold of a door. You can go through each individual building. Some buildings you will need keys for. You will be able to find these keys out in the game world. It's just a chance of luck. There's another hole. Let's block it up. Get that covered right now. Lovely. It's a very dark and mysterious game. It is one that I'm thoroughly enjoying. Now, like I said, you can play this with a party of people, or you can play by yourself. I would prefer to play with people. Playing with people is far more enjoyable than playing by yourself, but you can play by yourself. And because it is PvE, you're not killing each other, you're helping each other kill these undead guys, these goblins and stuff. Oh! Burial grounds. Let's have a little, let's do a little bit of grave robbing right here. What do we have here? A simple belt. Now that is a helmet. That is a nape helmet. I'll be taking that. Lovely. He's out for the count. There's another coffin. Let's breach that. Coffins are good. Breach the coffins. You will find lots of cool things. A large belt. Canvas sheets. That large belt right there. You can see that when we move the fine belt, our quick use items, like, they kind of change. I'm going to move what I need to move to this large belt. And what I'm going to do with this large belt is swap it, and now my quick use items have expanded. So now I can put all of my potions here now. Let's have a little quick gander and see if we can find anything else here. Now, when you're in the game, you will have tasks, you will have tracking. Click on tasks. So what we need to do, buried and forgotten, enter the burial grounds, dig up the grave at the burial grounds and hand it over. So I need to find a grave. Guy around that corner there. Gonna need to be very careful here and not get swarmed. Let's see what we got. Velvet sheets, purple, very good item. Sewing kit, very good item. Get rid of him. And that's him gone and dead. What to do is just search around these areas until you can find those little white dots. As soon as you find the white dots, you're on the right path. Chain link. Oh, riding boots? Are they better than my boots? They might actually be better than my boots. I'm gonna take the I'm gonna take this ostrich. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'll take the ostrich feather. I want to save up some space for decent loot. That's the guy we need to kill. If they have a lantern on them, make sure they're dead. Right, this is the one. Let's dig this up. Let's get the item out of this. I'll be completing a task here. That's not good. I don't want archers interrupting us. Let's go to tasks for a second. Hand over the unearthed artifact. That's one with a lantern on his back. You can see he's got a backpack. You need to be careful here. Let's breach this one. Now, one thing to note is you need to remember where you're going. You need to remember where you've been. Oh my god. We're getting helmets galore here today, ladies and gentlemen. This is excellent. This is really, really good, actually. What I can do with these helmets... Take unearthed artifact. Have we got the artifact? There he is. We've got the artifact. What we can do now is we can leave this location now. I've essentially completed a task. So now I can go back home and reap the rewards for it. Right, let's cut him down.
Stand together!
Of course, this is a demo, so the callouts sound a little bit... I'm not trying to be mean to the developers. It sounds kind of pathetic. Like, the sound that your character makes is very, very pathetic sounding. I would appreciate maybe a pitch shift in your character to make them sound a little bit, you know, deeper voiced, maybe. Do you know what I mean? Oh, what do we have over here? That's the area that we blocked up. Now, I need to be careful here. There is a likelihood that the enemies here will have very large support.
I'm using an elixir.
And when I say large support, I mean in the face of an ogre. There's a lot of badness out there that I don't feel like going towards. Right. That is a big ballista. Look at the size of that thing. That thing's designed for killing dragons. A couple of things that I really like about this game. The environment. The environment is excellent. It is the right type of grimdark for me. Everything's dark, everything's washed out, everything's kind of like, you know, dark fantasy. Oh my god, we are getting some stuff today, ladies and gentlemen. Conquistador's helmet. A shovel head. That seems useful. You can turn that into a weapon by the looks of it. Oh, we've got some bodies here that we can search. Another simple belt. What do we have? Rope. Let's do this. There we are. Yeah, like I said, the environment is well made. It is well and truly made. Whoever the terrain expert is, or whatever sort of inspiration these devs take, they're getting it from the right source. Because it is grimdark, and I love it. One thing that you'll probably notice about the game as well is that there's no need for food or water. I don't know if this will change in time. Sounds like someone's behind this door. Oh, someone was behind that door. Goblin spearman over there. Hello. I didn't even need to open that door. I think we can breach this. I don't think we'll get anything interesting out of this. I don't know. I don't usually get... Yeah, just feathers. Just standard feathers. We can use it. Oh! Barricade this quickly. Again, this stops hordes of enemies spawning in. The quicker you get these covered and barricaded, the better. As soon as you can hear that kind of whistling sound, you know, the wind whistling, oh my god, those guys have had a better day.
Prepare for combat!
They're guarding a location I need to block. Right, we need to block this ASAP quickly before they get called in. I will say that there should be an animation for this rather than a, you know, holding your hand to the ground kind of thing. But like I was saying, a lot of things that I like about this game: the terrain, the ambience. I'm not going to say immersion, because immersion gets thrown around too easily nowadays. But the ambience of the game is 10 out of 10 in my opinion. The particle effects, the ground, the water, the fact that everything's kind of silhouetted against the kind of mist. I really, really like it. Other elements about the game that I really like is the kind of at the ready stance for your character, the blocking. The directional combat could be doing with a little bit of work. When you use, if you hold control and left click, you jab. Hold shift and left click, you get to overhead. I believe alt is alternative swings like that, or you can just hold left click itself, or keep clicking it and you do kind of left right swings. I like that your character has a layered option as well. The fact that you're wearing gambazine and then you put a curious over the top of it. I'm going to light this brazier. There's a lot of stuff going on in the game right now. Can I go up to the left here? There is, of course, a few things about the game that need a little bit of work. For example, the combat is kind of just where you're looking, like this. There's no lock-on or anything like that. I don't think there'd be a need for a lock-on. I would like the combat to feel a little bit more fluent. Riposting as well. Or shield bashing. I know you can press F and that does a charge, but I would like to shield bash. I would like to shield bash, or if you're using a two-handed weapon like this, you know, instead of doing that, kind of pushing the weapon out in front of you and kind of shoving the character or enemy back. Even if it's just a simple stagger. Do you know what I mean? The archery in the game could do with a little bit of work. I believe we can also use crossbows as well. But for a demo, playing by yourself, it's quite fun. Playing with a group of people is definitely the way to go with this, though. Playing with a group of people is definitely the way to go with this game. Oh, what did we find? A warbow. Oh, that's not good. We need to kill him quickly. Let's ignite this. There we go. I don't know if there's any sort of reward for igniting the braziers around the map. I think it's just to signify where you've been. Combat is just erupted. Or combat music's just erupted. There's something here. I've just walked away from it, whatever it was. Now, we've only experienced a portion of this map right now. We've not experienced the whole map. There's actually way more. Oh! A straight crossguard. Something I missed whilst travelling through this area. So we're back at the archway here. What we can do is we can now go to the left. But I won't stay in here for very, very much longer, though. As soon as you hear the wind, lock it up. You will get XP for doing this, of course. Locking up these little, like, kind of avenues. Oh, that's another one we need to kill, but I'm not going to bother with them. Aha! I knew this would be here. A little tent. We might find something in here. I would have taken the warbow. A double saddlebag. Oh, that's pretty cool. Couple of bags here. Pipeweed and an onion. Or 7 onions, should I say. 11 onions and some shrooms. Did we light that brazier? We didn't light that brazier. Let's light that. And you can see in the distance there, the windmill in the village. That thing right in front of me is a mini-boss.
Drinking a potion!
That's a mini-boss. That is a giant hermit crab. Giant hermit crabs, when you kill them, you'll be able to get their roe, their eggs, and you can sell that straight to one of the vendors. The moment being, though, I'm gonna just avoid.
Prepare for combat!
Uh-oh, we've got quite a few here. Let's just push right through them, stagger them up. Oh, wee bit of lag there. Super bit of lag there. Oh. We're experiencing bleed right now. So there is bleeding effects in this game. Something to watch out for. If you do encounter that that consistent hit, that bang, 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 all you have to do is wait it out or attack the enemies. Or
I'm drinking a potion.
Drink a potion. They just appeared out their little hole. Let's just cut through these ones. Kill him quickly. Block up that entranceway. And that is it closed. Let's go up on top of the wall. There should be a couple of boxes for me to loot up here. There they are. Let's see what we get. Hemp, walnuts. Nothing of great value so far. Linen, walnuts. Little food bag. That is valued. That's actually quite a lot of money right there. Right, we're now in the yellow burdened. Right, we need to kill him. That's an ogre! An ogre is not a fun thing to deal with, by the way. Kill him quickly, because he's got a sword. Come here. Yeah, he's dead. He's a big boy, and he throws things at you. So I'm not going to stick around for that. I'm going to get the hell out of here. Find the archway. He will not stop following us, by the way. He will consistently tail us. He's very slow. We're a lot faster than him. But it's about time that I got out of here because I'm carrying 1, 2, 3 helmets. Plus some extra bits for different parts of my helmets as well. Let's go. Let's get out of here. Let's complete our task. Let's go home. So if we run over to the right here, we should see a big opening. Right there. That's where we want to go. Watch our stamina a wee bit here. And of course this area is very dark. Now, a lot of people are probably wondering what you do in order to get through this gate right here. All you need to do is click investigate right here. And it opens the door for you. Search this little box right here, see if we get any good loot. Oh! What a find. What a find. Good stuff. Let's breach this box here. What did we get? Good find. Oh! Now that's a weapon. That is a weapon of weapons. I think I'm gonna delete that. Put that to the ground. Put that in there. Oh, it's a big sword. It's a big sword. Oh my god. Okay, the long straight shaft. It is oak. It's common. We don't have to worry about that though. We're gonna take the sword though. And coming through this gate, by the way, as soon as you come through the gate, you want to take a left. See this little boat right here? On the left-hand side, you'll see the wheel. Uh-oh.
Everyone together now!
Right, he's dead. Right, let's quickly run over here. Turn the wheel quickly. And what to do is you just wait here. That portcullis will close, and this portcullis will open. This is you leaving the mission area. As soon as it's closed enough, we close out into the main menu. Commission achieved. Congratulations, you have successfully completed 3 expeditions. You have received a writ of commendation in the mail. We've reached level 3, discovered locations. Every minute is 1 XP, by the way. Every minute is an XP. Every enemy slain is 1 XP depending on the type of enemy that you slay. Successfully foray into the moor. Let's go to character. Hey, let's collect our pawns. A rosa. A rosa is valued at, I think it's 200 coins. Yeah, I think it's 200 coins. Excellent. Let's go back to character. And we can now level up now. We can level up again. So, edge familiarity, not implemented. Not implemented. Which is a shame. I would like it to be survivalism, we could unlock that. Body and mind, not implemented. Dungeoneering, plus 10% damage resistance during interaction. 1 additional incantation slot. Skill industry. Marksmanship, unlock crosshair. I'm going to unlock survivalism. That unlocks mining and harvesting. Adept miner. You can see that there's a lot of things that are not actually implemented just yet. But don't worry about that. So what we want to do is we want to go to tasks now. I think we're going to go to blacksmith. I think it's the night. Tasks. Hand in. Hold to hand in. Complete. Excellent! Items used. Dig up the grave near Harrowfen on Brook. Hand over the unearthed active artifact 2. Dig up the grave near Smuggler's Landing. Hand over the unearthed active artifact number 3. Let's accept that. Let's go to the blacksmith. Let's see what they kind of restock. Oh, maybe no restock. Okay. What about the squire? Oh, do you know what we could try and do? Hold on, let me see if there is a... visor component. Ooh. Very cool, very cool. Right, let's get all the items out of my character now. Oh, I didn't mean to click that. There we are. So let's try on these helmets. Let's see what these helmets look like. Haha, that looks cool. What can we configure it with though? Oh, we can put an armor on it. That's pretty cool. What about you? Kind of conquistadors look. That's pretty cool. We can put a candle on it? Well, in the interest of things, The great helmet stays on. I'm going to go to contacts. I'm going to see if we can find a Dexter visor. I'm going to see if I can find myself a little visor right here. Is there any visors? Do we have a visor here? It does not look like it doesn't look like we do. What about the purveyor? Nope. Fletcher. He has cloaks for sale. What about the knight? I'm shocked that the blacksmith doesn't have what we need for this. We could... I don't know if we can use this though. It's a one-sided face guard. My suspicion is it doesn't fit. Anyway, let's configure this. Very cool weapon. Very cool weapon indeed. What we can do is we can take that light axe off. Oh, yes, man. That looks good. But for the time being, the axe stays... Right, in fact, you know what? Seeing as how the blacksmith is actually... Seeing as how she's actually, you know, restocked everything, I think we could probably put like a double axe head on this. Let's see if we can buy something here. Let's buy... Let's do that. Let's auto balance. Hold to trade. Go to character. Configure. Ooh. What if we... hold on a minute. Hold on just a ticket. Let's go back to contacts. Let's go here. Let's get one of these. Back to character. Configure. Ooh. Ooh. Right, let's go back to contacts again. Let's try this. We need something that'll work with a socket. That might work. What about this? What about a halberd thing? That could work. In fact, I'm gonna buy a few things here. I'm gonna buy a few things. Where is that halberd head? Ooh! Oh, that's a warhammer now. Oh my god! Let's configure this. Ooh. That's pretty neat. Is that now a bardish? That's a bardish now. Oh, that's a big bardish now. Look at that. That's awesome. Right, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you've enjoyed today's video on Expedition Into Darkness. If this interested you, let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like on the video. If you would like to play this with me, join the Discord, because I'd like to start playing this game with a couple of viewers. Every now and again I'll post about playing it, so if you want to come play it, feel free to drop in. Feel free to come and play this. I think this is going to be a really fun game. I think this is going to be one of the more enjoyable games that we have on the channel. And if I can play with you guys, that would be a bonus. That would be a bonus. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching today. Like I said, if you enjoyed it, leave a thumbs up. Tell me what you think in the comments below. And if you want to play, I'll be around in my Discord. Link in description if you would like to join it. And if you would like to stay up to date with videos on this game and other games, consider subscribing, ring the little bell and select all in the notifications so you're reminded of when we upload on this channel, ladies and gentlemen. And as a last token of goodwill, ladies and gentlemen, if you would like to support this channel a little bit further, consider clicking that join button, become a YouTube member today. You'll get these videos early access before anybody else, you'll get member style videos, benefits in the live stream and discounts on the merch store. So if any of that sounds cool to you, I'd be more than grateful if you could click on that join button, become a YouTube member. Any new and existing members, thank you very much for your continued support and your generosity towards this channel. It helps me out in a very, very great way. Anyway folks, thank you very much for watching today. Like I said, if you enjoyed the game, go download it. It is free, it is a demo. Play with your friends, play with me. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching today. As always, I've been Mr. Feudal. I'll see you all another time.
Using a potion!